Hello, people of the internet. I have a short story time for you. There hasn't been an episode of an hour life in the life of a Fedora developer for over a week now. I can see it's 9 days. And that's because I used all of my free time for preparing a lecture for PyLady's course. It is a basic Python programming course, and I was giving a 2 hour lecture on defining your own functions and using them, and why would you want to do that, and so on. Nothing like no rocket science, very basic stuff, but I needed to get it just right so that I don't confuse the people there. And I mean, I was I don't want to swear in the beginning of the video. Anyway, I was really terrified of giving that lecture because public speaking is one of my, like, I'm not very good at that. Let's put it that way. Even though it was speaking in Czech language, it's not better. Okay, it's a bit easier than speaking in English for me, but either way, I do you know that feeling when you were at school and the teacher pulled you out of the class and stood you in front of the blackboard and said, like, calculate something on the blackboard, and in that very moment, like, everything blacks out, you don't see anything, you can't think anything, and you are just absolutely, like, empty and dumb, and you cannot even think, even though you know the stuff, and where you were when you were at your desk, you could calculate everything just fine, but in front of the board, you don't know nothing. So that's my, like, that's the experience I get when I need to speak publicly. I guess everybody gets something like that, at least not as severe symptoms as this, but I guess everybody gets nervous, of course. But for me, it was really, really hard. And my last public speaking was basically 10 years ago, when I held a workshop on a conference, and it didn't go well. It didn't. Like, maybe it wasn't a total embarrassment. I don't know. There is no recording, fortunately, but I felt like shit afterwards. Like, I felt horrible. I felt embarrassed. I felt like I never want to do anything like this again. And I didn't for 10 years, 10 plus years. It was, I think, 2013. So I didn't do any public speaking since then. And I was really surprised when I did the talk at PyLadies this week, because, like, my expectation was that it was a 2 hour lecture, so my expectation was the 2 hours will suck for me really, really bad, but in the end, I am going to be happy that I did that. I didn't think I will bomb out because the topic was easy and I prepped really hard. Like, I prepped maybe 10 hours for that, so I felt prepared. So I thought I was going to feel like shit, and then after it's done, I will finally breathe in and we'll be able to say, okay, I'm proud I did that and I'm happy I did that. Something shocking happened. I actually enjoyed the 2 hours that I was speaking. Like, that was so unexpected for me, because like no way I'm the person I enjoy speaking in front of the crowd. Like no freaking way. uh when I'm in a room and there is more than 2 people, I shut up and I don't say anything because I don't want any attention on me. So no way I'm that person. But I was shocked because I started talking, they started listening, and they they seemed they are enjoying it. I did a few jokes and I think they landed, and I felt really good the whole time. So the only way I can interpret it in my head is that probably doing this YouTube channel and speaking to you and getting all the positive feedback from you really helped. It must have, because there is no way I would feel comfortable otherwise. So thank you very much for all the feedback and all the positive comments that you give me, because it was amazing, and it had an impact in my life. So wow. Okay, I was shocked by that, and I'm still shocked by that. I'm so fucking happy. So thank you very much. That's maybe something you can think about, because I would have never thought I can do this, like speaking in front of a crowd and enjoying it, and I really did. So maybe you think you can't do something, and you are really scared to do it. I'm not forcing you to do it. However, maybe it is possible if you like. If you really try, you maybe can do it, and that's a positive message, I would say, because like we are maybe not as limited as we may think we are. So that's an empowering message for me. So yeah, let's do something we are scared of, right? Anyway, I needed to get this out of me. Thank you for listening. And now let's do some coding, right? Okay, let me close this. For today, I wanted to take a look at the fedora-review project that we worked on briefly, I think a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure. And when I was talking about this, I said that this is a very important project because it is used for every package that is being added to the official Fedora repositories. And that almost nobody maintains it. And even fewer people know how to release the project. And therefore, there hasn't been an upstream release for a long time. Maybe we can take a look at tags. Are there any tags on Pagure? Are they disabled? Releases, right. So see, latest release was 2 years ago. Nobody knows how to do that. One person knows how to do that, and he's busy. So my idea was to figure out how the releases are being done and do one. And finally properly documented. Excuse me. So, and finally properly documented. We worked on this and we got somewhere. Not as far as it would be like we didn't finish it, is what I wanted to say, but we got quite far because we figured out how to run the tests, and I think we figured out how to do the actual release once the tests work just fine. And the problem was a lot of the tests were broken, so we fixed a lot of them. There are still remaining errors in the tests. And I think we can maybe just skip all of those that are currently failing and just do the release. And I'm just realizing that it takes a lot of time to run the tests, so maybe I will cut the video and do something in while the tests are running. We will see. Anyway, let's run the tests. Okay, I don't remember how to run the tests. Oh, by the way, I need to make the font larger. And I also promised I will make the font larger here. I'm not sure what was I think this was the size. Okay, so somewhere I have the notes about the release. Is it in the fedora-review project? If we take a look at unreleased files, oh, there is a lot of tests, garbage, I didn't notice that. Modified, here we have some changes to fix the tests, that's just fine. And here we have releasing, this is the one. I remember it's very unstructured, it was just to put few notes there. Anyway, to run the tests, this should actually be part of the release process. Should it though? Okay. Okay, we will try to run the tests. Can I just do this? Yep, I think the tests are running now. Now, this can take a lot of time, and we will try to use it and do some work while we are waiting, but maybe we will need to cut the video. We will see. We are running the tests now. They will fail at some places. I am not going to fix anything that is going to fail today. We are going to put skips there and fuck it. I want this to get over with, and if few tests break, I don't give a shit. Even if the features break a little, I don't give a shit. There is so many bugs because there wasn't a release for a long time, and releasing something is better than burning out on trying to fix the tests. Also, I think the tests are broken, not the code, so we will open the releasing document also here, and we will do some commits, right? Maybe jump here. This is some Docker container, we don't need that. Fedora-review. I wanted to check the branch we are at. Release docs, right. So okay, we are on, at least not on main branch. Good. Do we have any commits yet? Specify, okay. Specify Python version and define what is the change here? This, oh yes, those are the underscores. I see. Okay. Do we have any change that is of that kind? Oh, we have some binaries here. Define Python. What was the specify Python? Yes, this one. So we want this change and not this. What do we have here? Python sidelib, Python. I have no clue what we are looking at here. This is regarding something, some distutils. Yes, I think this is the only change. Sysconfig is part of distutils now. So it's a different change. This one. Yep. And the white space changes. We don't need those. Okay. Okay, this is unrelated. Unrelated. Okay. This one. By the way, I just woke up, so I'm kind of slower, but hopefully we will get, hopefully it will get smoother a bit. How about our tests? Is it running? It is running. Good. Okay, okay, we can squash these to our this one. Like this. So, what changes do we have? We have those binary files changed. And I think the changes in the binaries were the same ones, right? Yeah, I think so. I think those changes in the binary files were us extracting the file, editing the spec file. Oh, the spec file there. But no, it wasn't the Python versions, I think, in the binaries. I think it was using the patches. Do we have the change here? I wanted to show you. We need to, there will definitely be some of those. Unit test, unit test, unit test. A lot of unit tests. This one. A lot of errors were caused by this because the syntax changed and you cannot do patch 0 apply anymore and patch 1 apply. You need to use the patch macro and then specify the patch number as a parameter. So a lot of changes like this were done inside of the binary files. Okay, cool. So let's commit this. Don't use patch 0 anymore. Maybe use patch 0. Don't use patch 0 anymore. Is good. This commit updates some binary cirp files. I'm just changing the I'm just fixing how they apply not spec files, how they apply patches inside of their spec files. Intentionally not bumping the release number to not break any unexpected tests. I think this is a reasonable approach because we don't really care about like correct packaging practices for a build, for a bundled binaries inside of our tests files. We need to not break any tests that we don't want to break by fixing this. So I think not bumping the release number is just fine. This is still running. Okay, what do we have here? It would be much smarter to commit everything at the end of our previous video, right? Because I don't remember anything now. Anyway, this one, this one too. Nope. Okay, so these are remaining. Yes. Oh, we have one more patch. We need to commit that. Okay, so this is I don't know what happened with unit tests. I cannot remember. I think unit test 2 was some old Apple thing. I remember we googled it and investigated it the last time, but I cannot remember now. The takeaway from this video is commit your stuff when you finish working on it, because you will not remember. I planned to work on the Fedora, like we worked on this one day and I thought, okay, tomorrow we will not have the time, but maybe the day after tomorrow we will finish it. It's 2 weeks now, I don't remember anything. So commit your stuff, write the notes when you have them in your head, so you can forget. Don't maybe use unit test instead of unit test 2, which sounds weird, because one would expect to use unit test 2 instead of unit tests. However, this is the correct thing. I think unit test 2 was some backport of new unit test stuff into Apple, basically. Yeah, I think we wanted to. Yeah, I think this is reasonable. But the only, I mean, we added the pip upgrade pip here. This is a new line, and that's intentional because we wanted to upgrade pip to avoid the errors like, oh, new pip version is available, please update. So that's reasonable. However, why this is 3 lines of code of change and not just 1? So what changed? Pip install. Oh, yeah, that's just the white space. I guess. I hope. Yeah, it's just 1 space shorter. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Update pip before installing other packages to avoid. How does the upgrade pip error message, how does it look like? Show me the warning message that pip shows if an update is available. Okay, yeah, that's cool. To avoid the warning line. Also, I am doing, I am removing white space for the other 2 lines. That's good. Okay, what do we have here next? I said there is some patch. Yeah, this one we need to commit this with don't use patch 0 anymore. This is the one. Okay, good. What do we have here next? So this is white space. Oh yes, GPG verify has a new syntax. Yeah. We can commit that. Some filters. Okay, this is unrelated. No. Okay, so this was just this one. Use the new GPG verify. Is it GPG verify syntax? I think so. Yeah, GPG verify syntax. So you can see in the original it was called with, basically it was the GPG verify macro, and it used this keyring and this signature and this data. I mean the parameters like dash keyring, dash signature, and so on. And now it is a function. It is I mean, this looks like it was a command, basically. Like this evaluated to user bin GPG verify or something like that. So it used the parameters, but now it looks like it's just a Lua function, and that's it. So now we are calling it with these parameters. So I think that's the reasoning there. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, definitely the API changed, so we needed to change it too. And we should probably link the Fedora change proposal, but I don't know if there is any. Fedora change GP. Hey, what the hell is going on? Fedora change GPG verify. Maybe this. Maybe this, I don't know. Data, no. No. Okay, I don't know. We don't need to document this. It's just good enough. Okay, we are starting to see some failures. And you can see we are at 7%, so this is really slow. Either way, we don't need this line. Okay, what's this? Okay, we are probably just adding yeah, we are adding the list here. That's the only thing, because this was written in the maybe Python 2 era, and filter used to return a list. Therefore, we could access the first index, but now filter returns a generator, and to get the items out of it, you need to explicitly convert it to the list, to a list, or you need to iterate over it and get the item one by one. But you cannot just access the first element of the filter. You need to, yeah, one of those that I said. So that's the reasoning here. Explicitly convert filter to list to access its first element. I think everybody will understand this. Nothing magical. Okay, what's next? Oh yes, we have a nice to-do to use Fedora distro aliases here. That's convenient since we maintain it. I think we will leave the to-do here. I don't want to introduce the dependency just yet. By the way, Fedora distro aliases are really cool. We should probably think about... where it could be used. Because a lot of projects will have something like this, and we'll need to periodically update the stuff, the code, the hard-coded value, and its annoyance. It would be really cool to maybe do a research what projects do this, and send all of them a pull request or file an issue letting them know how to use the Fedora distro aliases. That would be cool. I don't know how to. Maybe we could, for example, git clone all projects in some GitHub and GitLab namespaces, organizations, and just grab through them to see something like release equals and expected current numbers or something like that. Not sure. We will definitely not find everything, but maybe we'll find something helpful. Also, now that I think about it, would it be valuable to create a simple service with a simple API for getting the values of the aliases of the releases? Like you could there would be the API, and you could query, hey, what is the latest Fedora version? And it would say it. What is the latest Apple version? Like, what are the currently stable Apple versions? And it would be available via API instead of this Python tool. I'm not sure. I need to think about it. But since I want to learn more about Elixir and Beam and so on, maybe I will launch a service like this. It would be done in a few hours, and I could farm some experience there. Even if nobody will use it, then at least maybe I will have some experience from that. That sounds cool. Maybe we will do that. Anyway, we need to continue working on this particular project at the moment. Okay, now we have what? Now we have what did I do? Yeah, I bumped the release. Okay, so bumped the release number to currently stable F42. If we take a look at the link to no, not Fedora Review Service, Fedora distro aliases. This is the one. We should migrate. We should start using this one to dynamically figure out the latest stable version, but I don't want to introduce the dependency right now. That sounds reasonable enough. Okay, skipping some stuff. Okay, this one, I think the only change here was the distutils. So sysconfig, start using sysconfig from dist utils. Cool. Now we have this one and this one. Okay, I still don't know what the hell this is. We should, we can commit this change to our Fedora distro aliases one, I think. This one, yeah. So this was the commit. We should start using, bump the release number to currently stable Fedora 42. I mean, yeah, that's good enough. And the explanation. Okay, cool. What other changes do we have here? Eventually, we will need to stop using nose tests, no set tests. I don't know what's the pronunciation. Probably not news tests. In Czech, we say no set tests. which sounds ridiculous. No, I don't know what's the pronunciation. Never mind then. I think we will eventually just remove this and use this one instead of this complicated thing. But until the tests pass, we probably should keep it as it. No, fuck it, let's remove it. Okay, this is our change, so we remove this. What about this? Well, we need the Python path, that's for sure, but we probably don't need this garbaggio. Review knows with. Okay, so this probably, this line could probably be converted to PyTest, but I don't care. And this is, I think I just tried to change, there was the nose tests line and I just changed it to use PyTest at the beginning, but I kept the parameters and I think it didn't work. That's how we got here, and I think we can just remove all of this and don't give a shit about it. So use PyTest instead of noset tests. Good enough. And we started skipping some tests because it was taking too long. And we are going to do the same even today. Check this out. We will find all of these currently failing tests and we will just put a skip there. How do we find it? This is test checks. Test checks. And if we take this and put it here, so I think we should skip this one and so on and so on. And our line was this. Okay. Unit test skip. Do we have unit test here? Oh, we do. Unit test skip, and the line is going to be just fix me to do, I don't know. Is figure out if the test is broken or the code is broken. I think that's reasonable. Okay, so this was a free solid. Test log back. Test. Let's copy this. Test log back. Same here. Red cloth. RubyGem fssm. 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 Test scriptlets. Test scriptlets fail and test scriptlets okay. I think it's, yeah, right below. So that's fail. Okay, list depths, list. Okay, we are in a different file. Test depths. Depths. And here we have test list depths. Test list depths. Okay. Test list owners. We are using yum utils and so yeah, it's so old. Test list owners. Test list paths. Okay, we are here. Tarballs. Test. That's test dist. Okay. Test dist. Tarballs. This sounds like it is going to be related maybe to the underscores, but I don't know. Tarballs. Now we have test check dict in test misc. Test misc. Test check dict. Oh, it beautifully defines an inner class. Just check dict. I got lost probably. Check dict here. Okay. Test local repo. Test local repo. Oh, okay. Here, local repo config dir. Test mock unique extension. This is the one. Test mock build. There are a lot of skips already. Slow test. Okay, if we want to run fast tests, then it is skipped. Okay. So it is possible somebody has been running just the fast tests and therefore it fell into this situation where the non-fast tests are, aka slow tests, are broken. Mock build Perl module. Perl module. Cool. Perl module spec file. Test spec file. Okay. We are, by the way, at 98%, so that's cool. And this should be the last one. Test source verification. Test source verification. Correctly. Oh, this is the test. Okay. And we finished. Cool. Was it the last one? Verified correctly. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Okay. So we will commit this. Okay, I have some explanations what to do here. Anyway, we can commit all of this and skip remaining tests. These are failing and I don't have the time to figure out why, and if the test, and whether the test is broken or the code is broken. We should fix them though. Cool. Now, we ran this and got a lot of failures. However, we skipped all of those. So I think, yeah, this is done. If we run the make release, it runs the tests within and it should probably succeed. And since it takes forever, I mean, let's check one more time. Make release. Does it run the tests? Running tests on Tarball before finalizing the release. CD tests, yeah, run tests. Yeah. It does it with make release 1, so maybe it doesn't take too long. We can try, right? Make release. Okay. We'll see. If it takes too long, maybe we will kill it and do another step. However, if we take a look at the documentation, update the version here. Okay, so in version TMPL, this one, we have the version 0.10.0, which is 0 there, by the way. It's a meme about projects then that has a major version at 0, even though they are like old and actually stable. So for example, we have some notable 0-ware projects here, and you can see it's like 10-year-old projects and they still, yeah, 0-ware years. Yeah, so you can see it's like, oh shit, 47 years on 0 version. Yeah. So that's the meme. I had some 0 version projects myself, and I just bumped them to 1.0 after a decade. It was fun too. It was a nostalgic moment for me. Anyway, you can see the latest version was 0.10.0. We have that here. So I think if we bump this to 0.11.0 and then run the make release, it will be just fine. Okay, this is too slow. We will kill it. And we will try to bump this. Version is created from version TMPL by version pi. Beware make release sources this as a bash source file. Okay, that's cool. We will do a commit. What is this commit? How does it look like? I want to see the commit. Oh Jesus. So if we go here and we open some commit and we put this commit here, it doesn't work. Perfect, because we have the space here. Cool. Okay, so the person, how is it possible that this doesn't actually... Oh, the tests cannot be killed. Oh, I remember it happened to us the last time as well. Jesus. How is it possible that the person didn't actually update the version there? Maybe we should get this back. We should blame this and take a look at how people bump this. Okay, so this is bumped at multiple places. This is bumped at multiple places. So I'm starting to think maybe we should update the number, run make release. It will do a bunch of stuff and we will commit the changes, maybe. I think so. I think it will update the spec file and so on. And I think we updated the FR something. Where is it? This one. So, okay. Oh, we need to bump the version also here, but maybe it is done by the make release. We will see. We will note this commit and put the note here. Latest release was done in. Make sure we commit all the same stuff as they did. Okay. Good news is we finished the tests, I guess. If we bump this and run the make release now, I have no clue. Okay, we will have to see. By the way, what is the time on our video? Okay, we are hour in. Hour in. All right. Should we end the video? Wait for the tests to finish and then continue in another video? I don't want the cliffhanger. Maybe. Hopefully this won't take too long. It seems to be working just fine a bit earlier, right? Or did I kinda successfully kill it? I think this will fail. You know what? We will cut the video right here and we will probably continue in another one. It will be better than just sitting and waiting here. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm also glad I could share the public speaking story with you, and see you next time. Bye bye.